Hello, team. Welcome. I want to take this opportunity to welcome everyone on the call. Thank you so much for being very much on time. I know many more people will be joining us shortly as we move on, but we value time so much, we cannot afford to lose a minute. One way of being ahead of others is making sure you manage time very well. Actually, we call it personal management, because you cannot manage time really, you manage how you use it. So it's my pleasure to start us off. Those who are logging in from within and those who are logging in from outside the country, we really appreciate you. And we'll be here for around 40, 50 minutes and we are done. Now, for those who are logging in for the very first time, we want to appreciate you so much. Thank you for honoring our invitation. So after the first session that I'll be taking us through, we'll be having a very, very special guest all the way from Uganda, someone who is very, very successful in the business. So my name is Kariuki Josphat. I'm married to Pieros Cherotich. Between us, we are blessed with 4 young children, and we thank God for that. We've been in this opportunity for the last 12 years. Before then, I was a full-time lecturer in the university here in Nairobi, teaching computer science. And Pieros was a high school teacher, teaching physics and mathematics. Now, later on, I might mention that today we no longer do those jobs. We were able to achieve some of the dreams that we had. Actually, most of the dreams that we had, we ended up firing our bosses so that we can also enjoy time freedom in addition to financial freedom. Now, this is doable, and anyone in this call can be able to achieve your wildest dreams. Get it from me, from experience. I have seen myself, my wife, and many people in this call achieve one dream after the other. But first things first, you allow me to share the opportunity, and then by the end of it all, we'll be able to celebrate that this is a turning point for each one of us. So with your permission, I want to share slides so that we take just a few minutes. There we are. So the people who have invited you to this call, we are called Superstars team. A team of dreamers, a team of professionals, focused people, people who are taking full ownership of their lives. And our mission is very simple. This will help us to achieve financial freedom through entrepreneurship. The mission is to help individuals to build their own independent businesses so that they can realize financial freedom, travel the world for lifestyle, and of course, generally enjoy a better lifestyle than we've been enjoying. There is always a room for a better life than what you have lived so far. So if you resonate with this mission, you are most welcome. Let's change the world together into a better world. Now, I always love starting by asking us to focus on our dreams. Many people have ended up giving up their dreams because of perhaps having tried severally things and they don't work. But we are telling you, go for your dreams, live your best life. Do you want additional income? This is your opportunity. Do you want to drive that good machine? This is it. Do you want to travel around the world? I can tell you, actually, we have a lineup of travels that we already have arranged, and you're in the right place. Do you want to live in a good home? Then this is your opportunity. But then the starting point is for each one of us to be honest with ourselves. Where are you in this cash flow quadrant? Are you an employee, someone who only depends on someone else to pay you, not what you want, but what they can afford? I read somewhere where they were saying employees often pretend to be working, while the employers often pretend to be paying their employees, but just enough to maintain them so that they can keep working for them. So if you are an employee and you depend on only that, then chances that you are going to shelve your dreams, never to achieve them, are very high. Others are self-employed, people who start small businesses that cannot stand a test of time. Then on the right-hand side, we have another class of people, big business builders. These are people who start scalable businesses that will keep on growing, and they're able to stand the test of time, calamities like what we have currently, COVID-19, and so on and so forth. And ultimately, big business builders become investors. This is the best quadrant to be in, where you don't have to work for money, money works for you. Have you heard people saying that the rich are becoming richer and the poor are becoming poorer? It is because the rich teach their children how to be rich, but the poor teach their children how to be poor and knowing it. So the question is, how do we move from the left-hand side to the right-hand side? And we are saying this, we will help you to start your own business, but then we'll be there to support you. You will not do it alone. So two parties here comes into play, very important. The Superstars team gives you the best strategy on the planet Earth to build your business. And then we partner with one of the best manufacturers of quality products called Neolife International. So now Neolife International gives us the products that we need, and we'll be talking about them briefly, the logistics, importation of the product, distribution of the product, online platforms to build the business. And then now a Superstars team, we give you the best strategy and mentorship to build your business. So let's start with how Neolife comes in now to help us with high quality products. You see, World Health Organization tells us this, that one of the challenges that we are having is health. And we are in wellness industry. We are saying this, we are healthy, but we want to maintain that health. We want to remain energetic, vibrant, productive. And if you want to be like that, then follow this World Health Organization's recommendation, wellness triangle, where you manage your weight, take lots of whole grains, not refined ones, fruits and vegetables to boost your immunity, reduce on proteins, because when you eat too much meat, it affects your joints, produces uric acid that affects your joints. That is how arthritis comes about. Then do away with fats and sugars, or you take very minimum. But what do we do? More often than not, we invert the triangle like this lady here, taking lots of fats and sugars, lots of proteins, lots of, reduced actually, fruits and vegetables. We don't love whole grains because they are not sweet. And that which is sweet in the mouth is likely to be poison in your body. And then there is no time for physical activities, and therefore obesity is on the right. So when that happens, then we fight lots of chronic diseases. These are familiar challenges that people are facing: heart disease, cancer, diabetes, stroke, name them. But then we are saying Neolife comes in with a perfect solution as far as the products are concerned. And this will translate into a great business when we come to that part of it. So Jerry Brasfield started the Neolife International 64 years ago in US. By 1971, it was already in Africa. Here in Kenya, 1996, and around East Africa. To you, it has come today. And by the way, it has spread to over 57 countries globally. One would want to ask, how come the company has been there for all those years, 64, while most companies go on their knees in their first 5 years? It is because of our strong values. Think along with me. Absolute honesty and integrity. What we say is what they are raised, no exaggeration. People are number one. We value people. We focus on people, improving the lives of others. You see someone saying, if you can help enough people to get what they want, then you have gotten all that you need. Products that work. And I want you to look at the scientists that are on the right-hand side here, doctors, PhDs in nutrition, food science, and so on and so forth. They are part of what we call Scientific Advisory Board, which was founded by the late Dr. Arthur First. This was the founder of cancer chemotherapy. What does that tell you? That the products are, they go through rigorous research, scientific research. And they are based in nature, meaning they are natural, absolutely natural. So the products really work. It's also an equal opportunity for all, whether you are 81 or 18, professor or never went to school, as long as you have dreams and then long-range vision. It's not something that you do today and tomorrow it's gone. It has been there for 64 years to be there for another 64 years. You know, I've done it for 12 years, I'll do it for the next 12 years. So it has a long-range vision. So now this is the perfect solution that Neolife gives us, where we needed to have whole grains. We fill in that dietary gap with TNN. For fruits and vegetables, we have carotenoid complex for boosting your immunity. Then we have the right oils in our bodies provided by omega-3 salmon plus. Then we have multi for minerals and vitamins. Now, all these, the 4 of them are put up together in this sachet, and then we have 30 such sachets put in this big box called Provitality. Man, when you take this Provitality, you have a lot of energy. You'll be looking younger for longer. And I believe everyone in this call would want to look younger for longer. And now the triangle, which was upside down, is the right side up. And we have many other products. It's not only Provitality. We have weight management products, likes of Neolife Tea, Neolife Shake, and others. We have herbal alternatives. The most common ones are feminine herbal and masculine herbal for ladies and for men, respectively. These are for fine-tuning our hormones. Most of the challenges that people get are hormonal related. So some ladies start getting breast cancer, cervical cancer, and all that. Others during the menses, they have tough issues. But when you have feminine herbal, then your hormones are regular. And by the way, some ladies are not able to conceive because of hormonal imbalance. When they take feminine herbal, they are able to conceive. So that's very powerful. For us men, masculine herbal to help us remain as men in the actual sense, and also protect ourselves from prostate gland challenges. Now, moving on, we have organic detergents, home care. Instead of bathing with chemicals, washing clothes with chemicals, and so on and so forth, we use organic ones. So you are going to clear off all the chemicals from your house and you replace with organic ones because you love your health. Then we come to skincare, organic, age-defying. You want to remain youthful. Use these organic ones. Don't put on your skin chemicals. Then we have children program. It's good to invest in our children's health. And finally, we have farm care. The most popular one is Supergrow. Supergrow is a foliar or a crop booster. It will multiply the yields of your crops 3 times, 167%, according to University of Nairobi research. And it's in liquid form, very economical. 1 liter, you put 1,000 liters of water. It's very economical. And you use it in any crops, from tea to fruits and vegetables, any crops that you may think of. So that is a product that all of us need, especially in agricultural countries. Now, we have so many of them. I just mentioned a few so that you have an idea. When we talk of building a sustainable business, we have such powerful products, high quality products. The stability of your business is dependent on the quality of products that you deal with, products that are solving human problems. Right, so we have so many of them. And now we can talk about the business quickly. We are saying this, we don't use the conventional way of doing business. Instead, we are telling you to be linked directly with the company. So we remove the middlemen. In the normal businesses, we have middlemen, we have wholesalers, retailers, distributors, advertisers, and who pays them? It's you. That is why products go, very high in cost. But now here we've removed them. You're directly connected to the company. In Kenya shillings, you only need 9,280 Kenya shillings. We will be converting that to different currencies for those who are calling from different countries. And when you do that, then you get back that money in form of a kit. This comprises of international license. I told you we are in 57 countries and you can do the business in all those countries with the same license. You are given literature materials. We believe in doing the business with understanding, knowledge. Then you are given profitality, the 4 products for a whole month. Actually, 3/4 of the amount of money you paid goes to that profitality. So you can see the money is coming back to you. And every product is assigned points. So later we'll be talking of conversion of points into money, because how will the company know who should be paid how much? So we'll be using the language of points. So profitality is 36 points. Then you are given your own website, and then free delivery of the products anywhere in the country. So now, what is your work? You've partnered with the company. What are you expected to do? Success habits. Here we tell you we work, but we don't work hard, we work smart. Look at this. These are things you've been doing, only that you've never been paid out there. The first one, using the products. Instead of giving your young children 7Cs, you give them omega-3 salmon plus. Instead of bathing with soap XYZ, you bathe with LDC. Instead of using the normal tea, you take a Neolife tea and so on and so forth. That you get points every time you buy any products. Number 2, you share the products with others, not for free though. You see, someone needs energy-giving products or immune boosters. They will buy through you if they are not members. So what do you get in that case? You get points for those products and you get profits, because as a member, you are given between 20 to 25% or even more sometimes a discount. So that becomes your profit. But number 2B is the big one, where you share the opportunity. We are not in a business of hawking products. We are in a business of building a network of other users. Now that gives you what we call residual income. Residual income is money that you'll be earning over the years because of something you did once, some time back. That's the smartest way of working in modern world. So the larger your organization, as you bring in people, the more points you'll be getting and the bigger the bonuses that will be paid end of the month. Then the last one is training, so that you can get skills and personal development. You want to understand how to talk to people, how to build the business, and so on and so forth. But I want to wind up by elaborating more on number 2B, sharing the opportunity. That is the networking bit. We should carry 80% of your work. Now it all starts with you. I mean, myself. It has to be up to me. So you have signed up. You've started, you got the profitality 36 points, you've bought other products that are of your interest, and you've gotten 250 points. Let's say this is the month of August, you've gotten 250 points. Now the company will start recognizing you. They call you a manager and you start earning something small. Never despise humble beginnings. You start small and you keep growing. That's the nature of any genuine business anyway. 5,000 to 2,500 Kenya shillings as a starting point. That's for knowledge sake. You must not start there. For those who want to start big, what you need to do is now bring in other friends who are dreamers, Tom, Mary Jo, and Peter. And then you duplicate what you did so that Tom, Mary Jo, and Peter are also managers. If that happens, you have more than 1,000 points, and you're called a senior manager earning between 2,500 Kenya shillings all the way to 20,000 Kenya shillings. Remember, you just started the business. Should the points go to 2,000 points plus you're called an executive manager earning between 20,000 Kenya shillings all the way to 50,000 Kenya shillings. Can that change your life? Definitely it will. Remember, you're still working where you've been working. Don't stop working. This is on part-time basis. For those who are not working elsewhere, this becomes your full-time opportunity. Now, what happens when Tom, Mary Jo, and Peter becomes senior managers? You are already at more than 4,000 points, and you are called a director, earning between 50,000 Kenya shillings all the way to 90,000 Kenya shillings. Amazing. Now, let me mention this, that this could be in your second month or the third month. We've seen so many people come to the Superstars team and they crush it big. In their second month, they are already earning up to 90,000. Of course, it depends on how fast you want to grow. We say in 2 to 5 years, you'll be financially free. But then there are some people who come and they are very aggressive and they are pressed by needs, financial needs, so they need money and they work it the hardest possible. So this is very possible. You define the time that you want to take to be a director. But we recommend 2, 3, 4 months, you should be there already. So you get a pin of a director, and in addition to the bonus, you get all these other benefits, safety cash incentives, lifestyle invitation, leadership school, director folder, one-class recognition wherever we have events, and so on and so forth. So in a nutshell, the ladder looks like this. We've gone up to director, and we know how to become a director. Now, from that point on, onwards, you just need to duplicate that. Help one person to become a director like you, and you're called a Sapphire director, earning $1,000 US plus, that's 100,000 plus. And when you have 3 directors, then you are a Ruby director. Ruby directors earn in excess of $2,000 US. When you have 6 directors, you're a president team member earning in excess of $5,000 US. And by that time, life has changed completely. Now, my challenge to us is this. We have so many people who started down where you are starting, our beloved guests. They believed in themselves and they kept on climbing, and so many of them are already president team members like our special guest tonight. For me and Pieros, we started the business, and that was in 2010. And in 2 years, 11 months, we were already president team members. I do remember, just to share this with those who want big things, when we started very small, 2,002 Kenya shillings. In 7 months, we were already wound team, that is Sapphire directors. And that is when my wife resigned from TSC, and we were taken to win some golf and country club. I was still teaching in the university though. In 1 year's time, we were Ruby directors, earning more here than what the university was paying. In 2 years, 11 months, we were already president team members, less than 3 years. Our first bonus as president team members that time was 762,000 Kenya shillings. That's over $7,000 US. I mean, $7,000 US. I mean, that was way, way beyond what the university was paying me. But I was still doing this business part-time and teaching in the university full-time. But come 2015, that is 5 years of being in this business, I also took a pen and a paper and I fired my boss. Now I had financial freedom and I needed that time freedom. And what a feeling when no one has to tell you to wake up early to go where you don't love going. You do what you want to do when you want to do it. And I encourage all of us to be part of this team, and we join hands and achieve our best dreams. Before I invite our guest speaker, I'm proud to mention this. This is when I was an employee paying house rent here in Nairobi. But look at what happened shortly after being in this business. I found myself building 2 homes in Nairobi, driving that kind of leadership of Land Cruiser, very interesting. My wife was brought up in this very small house, grass thatched house. And look at the house that we built for my in-laws. Things can change if you so wish. And of course, we've been performing so well. We want to welcome you to Superstars team. You can see that award by the founder, Jerry Brasfield, for being #1 a few years ago in Africa. And there's a lot of lifestyle and traveling. When you become a director, you start enjoying this lifestyle. The first photo there was on Sereni, where we'll be next month with all our directors. The next one is Sarova. I mean, those were in Kenya, Nairobi, these hotels, 5-star hotels. Then we got to Windsor when you become a Sapphire director. You become a Ruby director, we take you to Santon San. It's a gold coated hotel in Johannesburg. That was in Zambia, Victoria Falls. 2013, we were in Grand Hyatt. Hello, those who love traveling, this is your opportunity. We went to climb to the top of the tallest building in the world, Burj Khalifa. You can see us there with the founder, with the CEO, Kedra, and all that. Then we went to Obai, it's an island in Indian Ocean. You know, then Cape Town, traveling and traveling and traveling. Abu Dhabi again, Ferrari World, Yaswater World, seeing the biggest mosque in the world. And so you live life full. Being treated in a 7-star hotel, Emirates Paris. Man, this is life. Mauritius, that was in Sugar Beach Resort the first time, then Intercontinental Hotel the second time. Then we went to Mexico, Los Cabos, you know, over 20 hours flight from Nairobi. And then we went to Abu Dhabi again, even with my biological father. If an opportunity is good enough, enjoy even with your family. And the company really appreciates you. In addition to the monthly bonuses, think of being appreciated with a bonus of 615,000 incentive. I mean, this is amazing. And now 2023, we are all set for Turkey, Istanbul. Those who are joining us tonight, should you say yes to the opportunity, we'll guide you on how you develop your business, you build it to the level of traveling with us, everything paid by the company. And it all starts with you saying yes, paying 9,280. Don't wait to understand everything. Man, you'll be understanding as you enjoy the whole thing. Don't procrastinate. Never do tomorrow what you can do today. That is my parting shot. And it's my sincere joy and privilege to bring to us our guest speaker. This is a gentleman that I found in the business when I was joining. He was so successful yet so young that I was squarely challenged as a lecturer. And I said, because he was a student when he started the business, I said, I will crush this thing and see how far it would take me. We have celebrated him internationally as a leading leader in our company and out there. And I don't want to preempt much. Allow me to bring to you an engineer, and a lawyer, a businessman, Andrew Bugembe, president team member all the way from Uganda. Andrew?
Right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Am I clear?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. Josphat and PRS. I don't know what PRS is today. She's already used. Yeah, but I know she's okay wherever she is. It's good to see you. I hope I am clear. I feel like my network is unstable.
Yeah, it's fluctuating a little bit, but we move on since it's. We hope it will be clear as we move on. Just carry on. It's saying bandwidth low, but let's hope it will be okay as we move on.
I hope. I try taking off my video.
Yes, please.
Yeah, good.
Okay, go on.
Okay. So my name is Bugembe Andrew. I am an engineer by training. That's what I graduated in some years back. And actually, this opportunity found me when I was just getting into engineering school. I was just starting on my journey to employment. And that someone, a friend of mine, invited me over to come and have a look at this opportunity. I was 20 years old. And I remember the person who invited me over was someone I'd studied with in primary school. Well, she said a number of things, but what caught my attention was that when I thought I'm a very busy person, I have no time to be involved in any other kind of thing other than academics. I mean, she said sometimes in life, you can be very, very busy. You don't have time for anything, but you're busy becoming poor. And for me, that's what really humbled me. I decided to take this on very seriously. very, very seriously because I felt like I don't want to live my life in a way that I am busy becoming poor. And that is how I came to appreciate this opportunity. Now, at the time when I saw this opportunity as well, I was looking for something to do in addition. I was looking for, I tried a video library back here in Uganda. I tried lending out money to people together with a group of friends, but all that had failed. For one very simple reason, I didn't even have the capital as a 20-year-old. And even if I could try and ask my parents, my father for that matter, oftentimes they would say, you know what, Andrew, I took you to school to study and that engineering. I don't think you should be looking at all these other things. So eventually, when I decided to get started, I decided to take this business on very seriously because for me, I saw it as an opportunity that I could start doing and begin to harvest the good things out of it many years down the road. I was not in a hurry. I was not desperate, you know. I was literally living like a comfortable life because being at the university and that at government, being government sponsored, I really didn't have an urgent reason for building the business. But what was pushing me was the fact that in many places I have been all over the world, you could still have very good grades, but still live a miserable life. You know, people go out there with first classes and very good. If you don't know the right people, you may not be able to get the right job. And if you don't get the right job, perhaps you may not be able to get the right income. So I, for one, was worried about where my income would be, where my life would lead to eventually, because I'm not a son of a minister, neither am I the son of the president. My father is actually, or was actually a teacher. So I really wanted to have some kind of financial security. And that is how I came to take on this opportunity. Very serious. I just want to urge, if you're on the call, especially my friends who are corporates, because yes, I've done engineering. I've also, in my later bit of my years, about 7-8 years ago, I went back, I studied on a law degree and I finished my law degree. I'm now an advocate of the High Court, fully qualified to serve and also litigate wherever I want to do that in Uganda. But it is not a must. It's not a must that I should. But I just want to reach out to my colleagues who are in the corporate world like myself, that sometimes you don't have to wait for things to get bad for you to start looking for opportunities. You don't have to wait for that time when you're going to retire or when COVID has hit or when there's a crisis of sorts for you to be able to start looking for opportunities. What I've found with the new life opportunity is that you can very comfortably and you continue to do it over the years comfortably without any panic or rush, just doing a few things a day, like talking to an individual and exposing them to the products that you've been able to use, like here, as Josphat has just explained. And I will let you appreciate this how. When I started this opportunity, I would go to class from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. But from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., I would invest it in this opportunity. And I want to just let you know that it's very important you do something small every single day consistently if you're going to build this business. Some of us want to be so comfortable in life that you're not willing to go through the uncomfortable times. You know, if you're going to live like a king one day, you have to work like a slave today. Why? Because that is what gives you your freedom in the future. It was very uncomfortable going to class from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. having to do this business while the rest of my friends were playing. If I usually tell people that you can either play now and pay later, or you pay the price now and play later. And for me, what I decided to do was to pay the price. There are many things I would have loved to do at the university that I did not do. But why? Because I was busy building this opportunity. So within a space of one month, I'd taken the step to manager. As a manager, I remember my first check was about $10. By the time I was 6 months in the business, my income had gone to about $250. By the time I was in my second year, second semester, my income had gone up to about $1,000. And that is when I decided to do this seriously, because I remember I was in class and one of our physics electronics lecturer was teaching, and he was telling us how, next week we're not going to be available, we're going to be on strike, we're going to lay down our tools. And he was saying, unless the university, unless the government increases their income to $1,000, they're not going to come and teach us. Now you can imagine the university. These guys wanted to go on strike because they wanted their income to be increased to $1,000. And yet this is what the New Life opportunity was paying me at the time. Second year, second semester. This is when I took the decision that I am going to do this even more seriously. I'm going to take this on even more seriously. So within a space of about 3 years, I had also become a presidency member. By the time I left the university in my 4th year, I had already become a presidency member, earning in excess of about $4,000 every single month. And for me, that was it. I remember I had to struggle. I had to really struggle because everybody around me kept on telling me, Andrew, go look for a good job, look for a proper job, sit in an office, have that phone, have that double cabin, work for this enterprise. It's a famous enterprise, or it's a famous company. But it's ringing in my head. How do I go out there and look for a job that pays me $1,000, yet I have a business that is paying me about $4,000 every single month? It was such a hard decision to take. But then I later on came around, and I just want to let you know, if you're on the call right now, that we do not eat titles, we eat money. It doesn't matter what title, and there's no offense. I know this is not a good statement sometimes, sometimes people think we are out here to eat the lawyer in me, the engineering. No, we don't eat titles, we eat money. We eat money, people, we eat money. And for me, it doesn't take away anything if I have to sell soap and then take my child to Turi. That's where our child actually goes. It doesn't take away anything. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So at the end of the day, it is important that you have that at the back of your mind. This business, selling the soap that is changing people's lives as a business person, for me, has really transformed me. Showing people how to live a healthier life, that has really transformed so many people out there. It has also helped you get transformed. So when I left the university, I decided that I was going to do this. And that is when I got married to my very beautiful wife, Janet Bugembe. And together we have one little girl. I've already shared where she goes to school, and it's all courtesy of this opportunity. As to, we have been able to travel, and I just want to probably end with sharing this video. We have also been able to travel so many different places. We do this because we want to give you proof that this opportunity actually works. That if you decide to do it seriously, it's going to take you to many places. That was in Sun City maybe about 9 years ago. Actually, about 11 years ago. We were given some checks, some very good income. I was in Mauritius. Oh dear, some of the pictures are not coming. That was in Rome. I think this for me has been the best. This is the time we spent a week with the founder on his yacht in Mexico, Cabo San Lucas. It was a full house. It was a whole family. The company paid everything, expenses paid, were paid for us to go and spend time. There's nothing as beautiful and there's nothing as priceless as spending time with someone who is in life where you want to be. Someone who has been able to build an opportunity such as this for the last 64 years and getting to suck out all that knowledge and information. Yeah. And lots of excitement. We have all the places that Josphat has talked about. Those are places that we have been able to move on. But maybe I'll just end with this as I finally come to the end. For me, the greatest benefit, and if you're a corporate on the call, I want to just let you know, the best benefit I have been able to get from this opportunity is the fact that you can leave a legacy. As a friend of mine that I started with in this business, he was the third person, he was the first person I sponsored. Unfortunately, along the way, he met his creator. He perished on in an accident here in Uganda, 3 years down the road. But by the time he perished in 2008, he had built a 1 ruby business. And first and foremost, what amused me was the number of people that came to his burial. It's as if people were asking themselves, was this really a young person? Was it a 23-year-old? Look at all these people that have come to bury him. He had been able to touch so many people's lives in just 3 years. But then also, what also further gives me the courage and the opportunity that this opportunity really works is that it has now been 14 years since he passed on. And even last month of July, as we closed, his business is still being paid up to this day. This money goes to his brother, and it's in excess of about $1,000. Can you imagine someone that has been dead 14 years down the road still earns in excess of $1,000 every single month? What about you who is living and is alive? This is the kind of business that you can build, and it can be able to last for so many generations. You're not just building something for just today. You're building something that one day your children and grandchildren will one day come to you and say, thank you, Dad, thank you, Grandpa, for the work you put in to build this business. So if you're on the call and you're a guest, look at this opportunity very seriously. It is building vitamins and soap. It is about changing people's lives. This business has been able to change me. This business has been able to change the people around me. As an engineer and a lawyer combined, I can guarantee you, I would not have been able to pay for our daughter, our tuition in Turi. Never. That's crazy. The tuition there is crazy. Yeah. But that is of new life. It has been possible. I will tell you something. It's not bragging. It is just the bare truth. If you are on this call and you're a corporate just like myself, to just take a humble look at this opportunity. Consider it as one opportunity that you can build for life. See it as something that you can reach out to people out there and touch people's lives. Because if it has been able to work for me and Janet, it can definitely work for you. Thank you very much, Josphat. Thank you very much for the invitation. It has been an honor, a privilege to share with you all. Somewhere up country, having dinner with a bit of my team, Justus and the rest. Paul Matt is also here with me, but I still couldn't miss this for the world. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Wow, amazing. Well done. Thank you so much, Andrew, for sharing your great testimony. Now, our guest, there you are. You have it. I don't want to add anything. I'll only wrap up by saying this. 2 people are here today. 1 year from today, one will celebrate that they joined this business. The other one will definitely say, I wish I also joined. There's nothing as painful as the pain of regret. So let's join, let's build the business, let's build the future together. You never know what lies ahead of you unless you are that person who loves trying out things. So let's be meeting the beaches of the world if you'll be there to be met. That's it from myself and Andrew Bugembe. And we want to wish you the very, very best of this weekend. God bless you all.